Well, hello there. It's Beards and Bangers, and today you join me for part 2 of getting this vintage Austin Heavy 12 back on the road. The car's now at AJF Motor Engineers. Here it is. So you get a better. We'll have a look inside it in a minute. It's connected to. This isn't Husley. This is Austin's car. So we're going to drag the car with this. We could have used Husley, but Husley's petrol. This is a diesel, and I don't want to show you too much of this car because we're going to do a review on it soon. But yeah, here's the Austin Heavy 12. We're going to get it in the workshop so it dries out, and then we shall have a little look inside it, which we didn't do the other day. Beards and Bangers. Right, so job number 1 is to get the vehicle inside for the weekend. So Sam's going to get a workout and steer it. We'll use Austin's car rather than Husley to drag it in. So that's the first time this car's moved in a couple of years. Notice how small I'll get a bit closer, how tiny the exhaust pipe is. Really diddy little exhaust pipe. There's that. There's your classically mounted spare wheel on the back. So we get a bit more of an appreciation of the car now, while the lads do all the hard work. That's just very Beards and Bangers. The lads do all the hard work and I'll just stand around filming stuff. You can see the fire extinguisher on the running boards. Well, we'll have a look inside it. When we get it in the dry in a sec, we'll have a look inside. I'll show you all the controls and the space you've got in the back. I can show you that now, actually. Look at that rear legroom. Absolutely acres of space. So we're going to have to push this car in, and then we'll jump inside and have a little look. Yeah, so Sam's trying to get some air in this wheel. I mean, it will need repairing properly. You know, new tyre, new tube, whatever. But the valve has disappeared, so we can't get the airline on just to get a bit of air in that tyre. There we are. Do you want me to stand with the airline and then while you hold it out?
Yeah, you might be able to, but you won't be able to get on it with the pliers on it.
If I come round this way.
If you push down the sides, you can.
I am. Oh, that might be alright.
Just move. Yeah. Little screwdriver might.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't really want to push it on with the wheel like this because it's going to damage the tyre further and it'll be hard to push as well. And this car does weigh quite a lot because it's made with very thick steel. It's got a bloody great big chassis, which we'll have a look at we'll have a look underneath the car at another episode once the lads get it on the ramp. No, it's not. It needs to come up more, I think. Oh, there we go. Something's happening. I put it. It's either on your table or your workbench.
Oh, yeah. Might not help that.
Yeah, it's going, it's going. So I'll try and get some air in. It won't hold the air, as I showed you in the first video. It's like blowing out the sidewall, isn't it?
Let's go straight down.
There's a young Austin. That's an old Austin. Had to do that joke, sorry. So yeah, inside now. Actually, we actually rolled. Luckily, there's another customer here and Graham, so we were able to get it in pretty easily. So let's have a little look. Austin's just opening the windows up so it can dry out. It's been dry stored for years, but it's. There's the carburettor and magneto in there, so that's good to go. If I jump in, oh, I haven't sat in this for a long time. This is really rather nice. So we've got our delightful circular pedals down there. I don't know how well you can see. We've got this lovely steering wheel with a horn. It won't work because there's no battery connected. Got our little, we can open the front window with these little things here, and we fix the front window in place with this thing. Our starting button, some of you will know what this is, some of you will be shocked, but that button where my toe is how you start the car. The car turns on, no key, so it's keyless. That's how you turn it on. So you got off, magneto, dynamo. You got various. I can't remember where that control is there. Amp meter. We've got a little speedo there which shakes a lot. The fuel gauge, unfortunately, is completely knackered. So we can get a new one. We might. But yeah, just dip a wooden stick in the fuel tank. To be honest, it's that simple. Amp meter, I'll show you the batteries or where the batteries go in a sec. Clock and oil pressure there. There's a little cubby to keep your whatever you keep in here. Has got a rear view mirror that works. We've got a vacuum driven windscreen wiper which needs a bit of a refurb. I think it needs new vacuum hose as well. That never worked when we were driving this car to shows and stuff. It didn't work. If we just spin you around to the back, here's the back of the car. So great big comfy leather seats. They have lost a bit of colour. They were a bit more red than this. Which just needs a damn good clean, some leather clear. And then down here, you notice there's two battery trays because it should have two 6-volt batteries in series, but it will work with one 12-volt battery connected. But yeah, strictly this car should have two 6-volt batteries. Is there anything else I can show you? That's your courtesy lamp, reading lamp there, so you twist that round and your light comes on. I think that's a really beautiful feature. You've got a little hatch up here, which is the smoking hatch, for when such things were... Oh, can't get it open. Yeah, a little smoking hatch there. Oh yeah, that's open. So that lets your pipe smoke and cigarette smoke out. We'll let that water run through because that will... We want this car to really dry out because it's been soaked on the drive over here and in the snowstorm we just had, which is a bit weird. But yeah, what a beautiful thing. Absolutely beautiful thing. Can't wait to get it back on the road. So my brother and I are going to take it to the Chiltern Rally, hopefully. We'll just have another look at the engine bay. We looked at this side the other day, but we didn't look in here. Yeah, so here's our exhaust header. So it's quite wide actually at this point. Then it goes back to that tiny little pipe at the back. Got this lovely 4-blade fan. The spark plugs, there's a story to these. because my father and I replaced the spark plugs, and one of the reasons he stopped driving the car is that he dropped one of these little caps into the block, into the head, and it was sitting on top of a piston, which was slightly frustrating. Here's our ignition, our HT lead. So the magneto, which we saw a minute ago, needs to go back in and get it. I think it's either compression or timing is why the car wasn't running that well. But yeah, what a beautiful thing. And now we can show you properly, because it's out of my mum's garage, which is a bit cramped. We will bring you some content on this car. There it is, the Austin Heavy 12.4. Now, I did have a comment in the first video about what car it was. So I think my dad thought it was a Windsor. So that's why I think it's a Windsor, because he thought it was a Windsor. But one of you, I can't remember who it was, said it might be a Burnham. So now we can actually see the car in all its glory. Maybe one of you can answer, is it a Burnham or is it a Windsor? I don't know the difference, so I'm not a massive vintage car fan, and I should do. But this is going to be good learning for me to revise on this car. But I did know a bit more about it, but I'm going back 20 years. But yeah, is it a Burnham? Is it a Windsor? And one little detail that I'm hoping to show you soon is the temperature gauge that goes on here. So it's a chromed temperature gauge, which looks a bit nicer. And this cap's fine just for sort of everyday storage. And of course, we've got a cranking area as well, because it's one of those cars that you can actually crank by hand. So there it is. I'll spin you around. Get out now the sun is shining. So thank you for watching. Please do hit that subscribe button if you want to see what's going to happen with this car. The target is to get it running ahead of the 19th of May for the Chiltern Rally, and then keep it running for another couple of months so I can go to the Edlesborough Village Carnival, which will be its final show. That was the last show it would have gone to a number of years ago. But if we can get it to that as well, great, and then it will be sold. So this car will be sold at some point in the next 4 to 5 months. So keep an eye out for that as well. But next video will be doing some work to actually get it running, and hopefully we'll hear it running, and then we can take it out and do a test drive video, which I am super looking forward to. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share, and I'll see you again very soon on the next episode of Beards and Bangers. Goodbye.